In the world of automobiles, some emblems are just badges. But what if a symbol could tell a story of ambition, innovation, and quiet power? What do those four rings truly mean? When you see those four interlocking rings on the grille of a car, you know exactly what you're looking at. It's an Audi. It's a symbol that stands for something more than just a car. It represents precision engineering from Germany. It speaks of a certain kind of understated style and sophistication. You don't buy an Audi to shout about your success, you buy one because you appreciate quality when you see it. For decades, this brand has carved out a unique space for itself in the crowded and fiercely competitive world of premium automobiles, sitting comfortably alongside its German rivals, Mercedes-Benz, BMW. But what is it really that makes an Audi an Audi? It's not just one thing, it's a combination of many elements working together in perfect harmony. It's the satisfying thud of the door when you close it, a sound that tells you this machine is built to last. It's the clean, almost minimalist design of the interior, where every button and switch is exactly where you expect it to be. It's the way the car feels on the road, solid, planted, confident. This isn't a brand built on flashy gimmicks or loud promises. Instead, Audi has built its reputation brick by brick, car by car, focusing on substance over sizzle. The journey of this company is a fascinating tale of ambition, survival, relentless innovation. It's a story that starts over a century ago with one man's vision and determination. That vision has navigated the company through some of history's most turbulent times, including 2 world wars and economic depressions. It has seen mergers and rebirths, triumphs on the racetrack, and technological breakthroughs that have changed the automotive industry forever. The 4 rings themselves are a clue to this complex history, representing 4 separate companies that came together to form the foundation of the brand we know today. Understanding Audi's rise from its humble beginnings to its current status as a global automotive powerhouse is to understand a key chapter in the history of the car itself. The brand has consistently been at the forefront of progress, pushing the boundaries of what's possible. It has introduced technologies that have made cars safer, more efficient, more exciting to drive. From pioneering all-wheel drive in passenger cars to leading the charge in lightweight construction and advanced lighting technology, Audi's influence can be seen across the entire industry. This essay will explore that remarkable journey step by step. Innovation isn't just a marketing buzzword for Audi, it's woven into the very fabric of the company's identity. The official slogan, Vorsprung durch Technik, translates to advancement through technology, and it's a promise the brand has strived to live up to for decades. This relentless pursuit of progress is what sets Audi apart. While other manufacturers might have been content to follow established trends, Audi has often been the one to create them. It's a company of engineers, thinkers, and designers constantly asking, how can we make this better? How can we do something that has never been done before? This spirit of innovation traces back to founder August Horch, obsessed with building better cars. That obsession became the guiding principle. His name, Latinized, became the brand. Over the years, this led to major advancements. The most famous, the quattro all-wheel drive system. Emphasis: classic quattro rally car kicking up snow, but innovation goes far beyond quattro. Aerodynamics, lightweight materials, aluminum, fully galvanized bodies, fighting rust. Diesel TDI technology, efficient diesel performance. Each of these steps reinforced Audi's reputation as a technological leader. That commitment defined Audi's character. It gave the brand a clear identity and a powerful reason for customers to choose its cars. People who buy an Audi are often those who appreciate clever engineering and forward-thinking design. They are drawn to a car that feels like it's from the future, but in a way that is accessible and usable today. The story of Audi is not just a history of a car company, it's a history of technological progress and a testament to human ingenuity in pursuit of the perfect driving machine. The story of Audi is more than just a chronological list of car models and corporate milestones. It's a human drama filled with ambition, setbacks, incredible triumphs. It mirrors the 20th and 21st centuries. Industrial change, social change, technological change, from origins in early German industrialization, devastation of war, division and reunification, rise to global prominence. Every great story needs a beginning, and Audi's story begins with a man. A brilliant, stubborn, utterly determined German engineer named August Horch. He cut his teeth working for Carl Benz. He started there in 1896, rising quickly to head of motor vehicle production. But Horch was a restless soul. He had his own ideas, his own vision for what a car should be. He believed cars could be better, stronger, more reliable, yet his ambitions were stifled by conservative management at Benz. In 1899, with a handful of investors, Horch went his own way. He founded A. Horch & C. in Cologne. The Horch Type 1 rolled out in 1901, a modest machine, a two-cylinder engine, about 4 or 5 horsepower. Even then you could see his obsession with quality. He used a friction clutch, instead of leather belts used by rivals. He pioneered alloy crankcases, making engines lighter and more robust. He sweated the details. His company gained a reputation for powerful, luxurious cars. A perfectionist, constantly tinkering, one of the first to use a drive shaft, rather than a chain, and he introduced high-strength steel gears. These advances made his cars desirable to Germany's wealthy elite. But his perfectionism made him hard to work with. He clashed with the board, who favored commercial realities and profit margins. The break came in 1909. After a heated dispute with his CFO over a new design, Horch was forced out of the company he founded. It was bitter. He had poured his heart into A. Horch & C., and now he stood outside looking in. Legally, he was barred from using his own surname for a new car company. For a lesser man, that might have been the end. But August Horch didn't give up. He was just getting started. Locked out of the company that bore his name, August Horch was faced with a challenge. He still had the burning desire to build cars, and he definitely had the engineering genius to do it. All he needed, really, was a new name. But since Horch was already trademarked, he couldn't use it. The solution, interestingly enough, came from an unlikely source, the young son of one of his business partners. The boy, who was studying Latin at the time, overheard their discussion. He pointed out that Horch, which means hark or listen. In German, the Latin word for listen is Audi, and just like that, a legendary name was born. It was simple, elegant, and clever, a perfect fit for the cars Horch planned to build. In the same year, 1909, Horch established his second company, Audi Automobilwerke GmbH, in the same town of Zwickau where his old firm was based. He was, in effect, setting up shop right across the street from his rivals, ready to compete head-on. His first car under the new brand, the Audi Type A, was launched in 1910. The breakthrough model that truly cemented Audi's reputation was the Type C, introduced in 1911. This car was a masterpiece of its era. The Audi Type C didn't just compete, it dominated. It won the event 3 years in a row, from 1912, 1913, 1914. Earning the nickname Alpensieger, or Alpine Conqueror. The 1920s brought prosperity, but the 1930s brought the Great Depression. Audi, Horch, DKW, Wanderer. Instead of letting them all fail, why not merge them into a single, stronger entity? In 1932, this is exactly what happened. Audi, DKW, Horch, Wanderer joined forces to create Auto Union AG. This was the birth of the Four Rings. The board decided on a bold strategy to promote the new conglomerate on the world stage. They would go racing at the highest level. They hired the brilliant engineer Ferdinand Porsche, yes, that Porsche, to design a revolutionary racing car. The result was the legendary Auto Union Silver Arrow Grand Prix cars. These were unlike anything the world had ever seen. Porsche's design placed the monstrous supercharged V16 engine behind the driver, a mid-engine layout that was decades ahead of its time. In the hands of legendary drivers like Bernd Rosemeyer and Tazio Nuvolari, these silver streamliners became a dominant force on the racetracks of Europe. One of the most famous was in 1937, when Bernd Rosemeyer became the first person to exceed 400 kilometers per hour, about 248 miles per hour, on a public road. The outbreak of World War II in 1939 brought an abrupt and brutal end to the golden era of the Silver Arrows. The factories in Zwickau and Chemnitz were converted to produce military hardware. As the war dragged on, the Auto Union factories became prime targets for Allied bombing raids. By the time the war ended in 1945, the company's infrastructure was shattered. The region of Saxony, home to all of Auto Union's operations, ended up in the Soviet-occupied zone. What was left of the company's assets was systematically dismantled and shipped back to the Soviet Union. In 1948, the Auto Union AG company was officially liquidated by the military administration. The Four Rings, once a symbol of dominance, had been wiped off the map. However, a small group of senior executives had fled west. They refused to let the legacy of the Four Rings die. The turning point came in 1949, With loans from the Bavarian state and from the Marshall Plan, the executives re-established the company. They revived the DKW brand, the first post-war vehicle, DKW F89L Schnelllaster delivery van, 1949. In 1950, the DKW F89 Meisterklasse passenger car. In 1964, VW bought the Ingolstadt factory. VW leadership, led by Heinrich Nordhoff, decreed Ingolstadt only build the Beetle, but a small team led by Ludwig Krauss refused to quit. They presented the finished prototype to surprised VW leaders. Nordhoff was impressed. He approved production. They revived an old name, Audi. In the mid-1990s, the company rationalized its model naming strategy, creating the clear and logical A family that we know today. The successor to the Audi 80 became the Audi A4. The replacement for the Audi 100 was named the A6, and a new flagship luxury saloon was introduced as the A8. This new nomenclature created a clear hierarchy and a strong family resemblance across the range, really strengthening the brand's identity as it prepared for a major global offensive in the premium market. The Audi A4, launched in 1994, was a pivotal model. It went head-to-head with the formidable BMW 3 Series and Mercedes-Benz C-Class. The A4 was praised for its impeccable build quality, refined interior, and sophisticated multi-link front suspension, which gave it a superb balance of comfort and handling. Moving up the range, the Audi A6 carved out a strong position in the competitive executive saloon market. It offered elegant, understated styling, a beautifully crafted interior, and a wide range of engines, including powerful TDI diesel units that were becoming increasingly popular in Europe. With the availability of the Quattro all-wheel drive system, it also offered a unique all-weather security that its rear-wheel drive rivals just couldn't match. At the very top of the new family sat the Audi A8, a car designed to challenge the dominance of the Mercedes-Benz S-Class. The A8's trump card was its revolutionary technology, the Audi Spaceframe, or ASF. It was the first mass-produced car to feature a body shell made almost entirely of lightweight aluminum. This made the A8 significantly lighter than its steel-bodied competitors, which improved performance, handling, and fuel efficiency. It was a bold and expensive technological statement, a clear demonstration of Vorsprung durch Technik at the highest level. The A4, the A6, and the A8 formed a powerful three-pronged attack on the premium market, establishing Audi as a true equal to its German rivals. That all changed in 1995 at the Frankfurt Motor Show. Audi pulled the covers off a concept car that stunned the automotive world, small, curvaceous, utterly unique, the Audi TT. The design of the TT concept was a stroke of genius, a perfect fusion of Bauhaus-inspired geometry and futuristic vision. The interior was just as revolutionary, featuring a minimalist, driver-focused cockpit with beautiful details like brushed aluminum and baseball glove-style leather stitching. The production version of the Audi TT Coupe arrived in 1998, and it was remarkably faithful to the groundbreaking concept car. It instantly became a design icon, a must-have fashion accessory that graced the covers of magazines and appeared in movies and music videos. It was the car that finally made Audi cool, injecting a dose of passion and flair into the brand's otherwise rational image. It attracted a whole new generation of younger, style-conscious buyers to the brand, people who might previously have considered an Audi too conservative. While Audi was going from strength to strength in Europe, the North American market proved to be a much tougher challenge. The brand's fortunes took a disastrous turn in 1986. The unintended acceleration scare destroyed Audi's reputation in the United States. Instead of giving up, Audi chose to fight back. It was a long, slow, and expensive process of rebuilding trust. A key part of this strategy was expansion into emerging markets, most notably China. The long-wheelbase Audi A6 became the go-to car for Chinese government officials and successful business people. Audi expanded its model lineup aggressively. The Q SUV family launched with the Q7, 2005, then the Q5, then the compact Q3. In 2006, Audi launched the R8 supercar. Just as Audi was riding high, a storm was gathering on the horizon. This storm would break in September 2015 and shake the entire Volkswagen Group, including Audi, to its very core. It became known as Dieselgate. The United States Environmental Protection Agency, or EPA, issued a notice of violation, accusing the VW Group of deliberately programming its turbocharged direct-injection diesel engines with a so-called defeat device. However, when the cars were driven on the actual road, the software would switch to a different mode. In this mode, the emissions controls were significantly reduced, allowing the cars to produce nitrogen oxides at levels up to 40 times higher than the legal limit in the United States. The very TDI technology that Audi had championed for decades as a symbol of clean, efficient performance was now revealed to be based on a massive deception. The Vorsprung durch Technik slogan, once a badge of honor, now seemed like a cynical joke. The company's leadership was thrown into turmoil. In the wake of the revelations, law enforcement agencies raided Audi's offices. The crisis deepened in 2018 when Rupert Stadler was arrested in connection with the emissions probe. He was removed from his position, leaving Audi rudderless. The leadership vacuum and legal battles paralyzed the company. New model development lost momentum. Rivals Mercedes-Benz, BMW were forging ahead with new designs and technologies, especially electric cars. Audi appeared stuck in the mud, consumed by its past. Audi was no longer leading from the front, it was struggling to keep up. Faced with its biggest crisis ever, Audi knew it needed to make fundamental changes to survive and rebuild. The first step was a change in leadership, a promise of complete transparency. The comeback strategy pivoted away from the technology that caused the crisis. Audi announced a massive investment in electric mobility, pour billions into a whole new family of all-electric vehicles under the e-tron banner. First product? Audi e-tron SUV launched in 2018. It was a clear statement of intent, a premium high-tech electric vehicle. This was followed by the stunning e-tron GT, a high-performance electric saloon built to go head-to-head with Porsche Taycan, built to go head-to-head with Tesla Model S. The story of Audi is a remarkable journey of resilience, a tale stretching over a century marked by brilliant engineering, devastating wars, corporate mergers, and incredible comebacks. The modern Audi we know today was truly forged in the fire of competition during the 1970s and 80s. Under the banner of Vorsprung durch Technik, the brand unleashed a wave of game-changing innovations. Yet this incredible rise was not without its profound challenges. The Dieselgate scandal of 2015 was a devastating blow, a self-inflicted wound that tarnished its reputation and forced the company into a period of deep introspection and radical change. Now, as the automotive world enters its most significant transformation since the invention of the car itself, Audi is once again reinventing itself. The road ahead is electric, and the company is betting its future on a new generation of e-tron models. The challenge is immense, with fierce competition from both traditional rivals and a new breed of electric vehicle startups. But if history has taught us anything, it is that Audi thrives when it is challenged. The spirit of August Horch's determination, the defiance that saved the brand in the 1960s, and the audacity that created Quattro still resonate within the company. The four rings are poised for the next chapter, ready to prove that Vorsprung durch Technik is not just a slogan from the past, but a promise for the future.